Shalom, shalom. I want to begin this lesson giving all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And as always, peace, love, many blessings to the elect. All right, this is your brother Itazawam. I'm coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with another lesson. Lord willing, I do hope and pray that it's edifying. Okay, this lesson is going to be entitled, Every Brother Should Be Striving to Be on the Level of a Scholar. Okay, and what propelled me to do this lesson is because last week's camp, which is not on the main page, it got a strike. Esau, hating that per usual, but it was a good camp. We had a dialogue with a Benjamite individual. He went by the name of Eli. And, we touched on variations of different topics and, scriptures, perspectives, things of that nature. And all in all, this brother wasn't no slouch when it came down to information. Okay, he knew a lot of things. Okay, and only a learned person could have a conversation with the elderly man of that stature. Okay, and guess what? Of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, we had the superior perspective. Okay, because we move and operate on the level of a scholar. Okay, years ago, our Apostle Tahar, he said after 6 months of hardcore studying in Great Millstone, you're supposed to be on the level of a scholar in just 6 months. Okay? Because the Bible gives us the ultimate perspective. It's the superior perspective on everything. From a historical standpoint to, a prophetic standpoint, morality, dietary, all the different things that you could think about. The Bible is the superior perspective, and because we have that, that makes us on the level of a scholar. As a matter of fact, before I get into the scriptures, I want to read a quick little definition from it. Now, this is a scholar from the Edom line, and it means, of course, a student, one who receives instruction in a school. But the point that I wanted to get, it says the broader meaning, a learned person. A learned person, and not learned according to Esau's curriculum and prerequisites, but a learned person according to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding written in the scriptures. This gives us, the superior perspective on life. Okay? Yes, people are going to come and they're going to have information. They're going to be information based. They're going to be, into science and pseudoscience, and they're going to be into certain historical things, geography. They're going to bring their perspectives to us. But guess what? We have the mind of Yahweh Bashim Shai, which is why brothers really should be studying, should be reading, doing these videos, because it puts you on the level of a scholar. Now, I want to get the regular dictionary definition. And it says a specialist in a particular branch of study, especially the humanities, a distinguished academic, but it says a specialist, man. Okay? So you're supposed to be surgical with these scriptures. Okay? And that's what, we hit him with one scripture, because he was like this community, building in the community and all this. But, we hit him with this one scripture, and it just took him for a loop. He was like, whoa, man, I got to sit down off of that one. I got to really digest that. I got to think about that. So that's why, brothers should be studying, because when these type of individuals come up to the camp to try to test your knowledge, you got to be able to stand. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and I'm going to go to verse 2, because in the Edom line, it mentioned instruction. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 2. I'm going to start at the top. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity. So these things, this Bible helps us to understand the instruction of wisdom, okay, justice and judgment and equity, okay, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion, which that's what the Lord has done when he raised us up in these latter times, and he provided us with this truth. He gave the young man knowledge and discretion. So now we have a working knowledge of how to operate in this flesh. Okay? And by constantly studying and filling yourself up with this word, you'll be able to, teach in a way in which nobody can even gainsay nor resist what's being said. Okay, so you should be striving to be on the level of a scholar, man. You're supposed to be, like I always tell brothers here in the Atlanta camp, you should have at least 3 scriptures on deck for every subject matter in your mind. Okay, 3 scriptures. You're supposed to be able to break it down. Okay, this is 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So you have to be a studied individual. You have to look into words. You have to look into, like I said, geographical location. You got to go into the prophecies. You got to go into the history. You got to go into the law. You got to go into the Tanakh. Okay, the writings of the prophets. Okay, that's how you show yourself approved unto the Most High, by your studies. Okay, and it says what? Rightly dividing the word of truth, because people are going to come with perspectives that may seem to make sense, but it has to be rightly divided. And that's where the prophet comes in at. The scripture says that they gave the sense of the word. Okay, so if you come up and get confounded by somebody who doesn't have, you know, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that just simply means that you're not studying and what you should be studying. Okay, because we should, we should never be confounded. Okay, there should never be a point in time where, we get confounded, because we already have the words. This is Luke 21:15. "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." Now, how many people do you know can go into college, universities, and Ivy League schools and confound the deans and the different top professors? It's not many. Why? Because they have a curriculum that they go by, and they're studied in that curriculum. Okay, so not just any and everybody can walk in there and confound them. Well, it should be the same for us. You know, we have the scriptures. The understanding of the scriptures have been opened unto us. So therefore, when we go out to the highways and the hedges and we push this word, we should not be confounded, because we already have the curriculum. We already have the breakdowns. This is, So I'm going to read that again, Luke 21:15. "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist." Okay? So they can't gainsay over this truth, man, because why? We're studied. We receive the instructions. We follow after the Spirit. Okay? We watch the videos, praying, asking the Lord to increase the Spirit. So you should be operating in the spirit of a scholar. Take the Church of Berea for an example. Okay? Take the Church of Berea. All right, this is Acts 17:10. "And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica." And I believe nobility, that word nobility goes back to a high ranking. Okay? They were like a high ranking. Matter of fact, let's just look it up. Yep, well born, of a noble family, noble minded. Yep, high in rank. Okay, so what made them noble was the simple fact that they were studied. Okay, they held the level of nobility. Okay, and it says these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, because the Church of Berea were more studied. Okay, it says, "In that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so." So they were actually following up on what Paul and Silas were saying to see if it lined up with the scriptures. And that's what made them on point and more noble. Okay? So they were able to hold their weight when it came down to scoffers or naysayers, or just to simply edify individuals. They had a scriptural foundation through the act of studying. Okay? So you should be striving for that. You should be pushing yourself to that. Brothers shouldn't have to, beg and plead you to get into the breakdowns. If you've been in this thing for X amount of years and you still struggling with the basic simple breakdowns, and you still don't know how to navigate the scriptures properly, then you need to examine yourself. Okay? Because with proper work ethic and just being practiced and rehearsing in it, You know, you supposed to be able to break these things down with ease. Okay? Let's get this quick scripture. 2 Timothy 2 and 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, now when you look into that word masteries, I believe it goes into a crown. So you're striving for the kingdom. You're striving for, you know, that crown, that excellency. It says, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully. So we're supposed to be striving to be on a master level, a scholar level, to be able to go before the gates of the nobles, man. You know, the high top people, you know, who run Esau's, you know, because they're going to eventually come down, you know, and we have to be able to hold our own. That's why the scripture says what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. Okay? So we're striving for that level. Okay? Because we're going to be tested. We're going to be extremely tested on high levels. And, you know, this wisdom is going to keep us rooted. Okay? Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So blessed is he that readeth. We have to read, you know. And the Lord got it set up to where he made it easy, where you could just open up your phone and you could go through, you know, the scriptures for at least 15 minutes, you know, a day. You know, you do your video, watch a video, you know, you just, you know, finding time to just get in your daily studies. You know, we have to, you know, have a level of consistency with this, man, you know, across the board. Because you got people out here, they binging on information. They looking into all kind of stuff. You know, they don't really have many people to talk to. So, of course, they see brothers down at the camp, especially when all hell started breaking loose. Okay? People going to have all kind of goddamn questions trying to figure this out. And guess what? We have the answers. Okay? We have the answers. The scripture says, be willing to give an answer to anyone who, you know, requires the faith. Matter of fact, let me get that. Oh, boy. Something like that. Yeah. 1 Peter 3 and 15. But sanctify the Lord in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So you have to be ready to give an answer, but you can't give an answer on something that you don't know. And does not the scripture say the Lord gives us an unction to know all things? So you should always have an answer. And that's what'll make you a scholar. Okay? Because I don't know is not acceptable all the time. You know? We've been, you know, the Lord has revealed this marvelous light unto us, and now we have to show thanks by way of what? By preaching the word. That which you have learned in the houses, go and profess it on the rooftops, like the scriptures say. Okay, so every brother should be striving to be on the level of a scholar, you know, and getting their studies in. So Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Awashai Bashim Kakodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, honors, many blessings to the elect. Shalom.